as his plan for replacing cash, checks, and credit cards with new personalized 666 barcode system were implemented, peace and order began to be re-established. Now, in tonight's program, our great world leader unveils Stage 2 of his plan for the perfect world. The amazing new 666 biochip implant, guaranteeing you physical health and spiritual well-being at the punch of a computer key, plus the guarantee of lifelong security within the new 666 world order.
Watch out for 666. Watch out for 666.
In a vision of the future, I saw in a vivid dream that the hour is soon coming when men will become machines. A new one world order will rise and then demand that all the world's people receive their scientific brand. I saw a tiny pre-programmed computer chip so thin, implanted in men's foreheads underneath their skin, linking all its bearers to the system's central brain. The master computer that over them will reign.
Watch out for 666 and their computer chip that is designed to strip you on your self-control. Don't sell your soul.
Men's thoughts will be programmed by this new technology. Those who take the number, their slaves will always be. So hearken to this warning: if it's life and love you choose,
Then you'll follow the truth, and that mark you will refuse. Watch out for 666 and their computer chip that is designed to strip you of your self-control. Watch out for 666 and their computer chip that is designed to strip you of your self-control. Don't sell your soul. Don't sell your soul. Watch out for 666.
It is mostly the believers who laugh at us when we say you will own nothing and be happy. And watching this crowd, they are mentally stuck in the Stone Age when we talk about our future and our unlimited potentials, like eating insects to stop the climate crisis. And of course, we at the World Economic Forum, we still love these people and we want them to be with us in that future. But they have to compromise. Because you see, these hackable human animals believe that there is a creator. Which, by the way, we can't prove that there is. While I laugh nervously, so you know Satan isn't speaking through me. But they are going to destroy that future potentials by having such a belief. And that's the compromise that they have to make. Because we are going to have algorithm gods who's going to understand you better than you understand yourself. And with such algorithm, we are going to help you make much better decisions. Like, for instance, to stop another Trump from happening. Now, if you want an implant that tracks your thoughts, say what? What? Exactly.
Specifically, huh? To stop another T-Rump from happening. It's interesting how they put their little political agenda spin into all of that sick stuff. On top of all of that, on the direct attack on believers, they got to put the political card in there. That's very interesting to me. What's up, everybody? What's happening, good people? Thank y'all so much for stopping by this once again super impromptu stream. I just had a few quick thoughts that I want to share with you guys. Um, I'm not gonna hold y'all for long. I just wanted to run a few things by y'all. Let me run this real quick. So, hello, everybody. What up, everybody? Good afternoon, wherever you are, or good morning if it's morning where you are. We got my twin Miss Maskless up in the house. We got Aunt Betty. Hey, Brian. I got Brian Feldman in the house. Swagger goes yeet in the house. Darrell Calhoun. We got the prolific Derek C. Williams in the house. Thanks for stopping by, homie. We got the DJ Speak Uneasy up in this piece. What up, man? How you doing? I really appreciate y'all for coming on up in here. So I wanted to share a few thoughts that I had real quick. Hopefully this map didn't reset, but had something very interesting that I came across. I don't know. I mean, other people probably have pointed it out, but I had never noticed it myself, so I thought I'd talk about it. So on our stream last night, Miss Maskless had made a comment like, yeah, about, the whole blind 11 thing. Where were you when the world stopped turning? And when she mentioned it, we just kind of laughed it off. It really went over all of our heads. I mean, nobody in the comments section, had mentioned anything about it in particular. So I thought she was kind of making like a stationary earth joke. Where were you when the world stopped turning? So, that's the thing with this event here, is that that's how powerful that witchcraft was. Like, no matter where you were or what you were doing, you will forever remember where you were because of that event, right? That's how strong this event was. That's how strong that witchcraft was. That's how powerful that ritual was. But, at the end of the day, Christ still has the victory. But we still gonna be here to point out the obvious. So I'm gonna take a look at the chat real quick before I show you. Low key rolling her eyes at me. Hush, woman. Hey, CNB TV. What's up? God bless, sweetheart. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you. Yeah, so Miss Maskless was actually talking about a song that I had no idea existed. So we're gonna go ahead and look into this real quick. Because, what can we do? And now, as soon as I go live, I got my brother calling me. All right, I'll just have to have him text me, but I want to go ahead and dive into this real quick. Now, I'm going to bring up my screen. We're going to go here, share. I might have to hurry up and do this because I don't want my Google screen to refresh, because it took me, and I got something in Google Earth I want to show y'all. I haven't used Google Earth in so long. I sat here for like 20 minutes trying to figure out how to do a freaking measurement on there. I haven't used Google Earth in like 10 plus years. So yeah, it took me a minute to figure it out. But we're gonna start off with this song real quick. So this is actually what Miss Maskless was talking about on the stream last night. So if you haven't checked out our Blind 11 stream, check that out. Miss Maskless, if you want to drop that in the chat, if anybody too lazy to go and look at the recent live stream, it's on there. We didn't go too long. We just talked about the symbolism. I mean, I'm not gonna really hop into the whole science of how two planes hitting, making three buildings fall is an impossibility, because people have already done that. I'm just here to show you the spiritual implications and the numerological synchronicities. So when Miss Maskless had made that comment, where were you when the world stopped turning, is actually a song. This is the song that she was talking about. It kind of went over my head. I thought she was talking about a stationary earth, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, this was actually a song that was released by a country music singer by the name of Alan Jackson. And I was curious about it, because I'm sure any music that came out, that was extremely popular or like mainstream, of course, has some kind of predictive programming in it. So I thought we'd talk about it real quick. So, of course, I like the numbers. I like to look into the numbers and see what kind of story they tell, right? If anybody has been following this channel, any amount of time, I like to look into the numbers. So let's check it out. Where were you when the world stopped turning? Alan Jackson. This song just so happened to release on November 26th, 2001. So you might be thinking, what's that's about? Well, I kind of go crazy with it. 6 plus 2, we got 8 right here. 11 is November. That's the 11th month. 8 times 11, we got 88. We have time and space. So time and space is important because, we always go back to Hollywood. Hollywood mocks the scriptures. The DeLorean had to travel 88 miles per hour in Back to the Future in order to travel through time. So we are dealing with spiritual entities and demonic possession. And I believe the true definition of time travel is fallen angels being here since the beginning. So the 88 is very important. The song lives 5 minutes, 5 seconds. We got a 55 right here. 55 is the square of Saturn, aka Satan. So as far as this date goes right here, November 26th, I always like to look up the date. The dates, these numbers tell stories, right? So November 26, 2001. November 26, 2001 was the 330th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar. See that? It was the 330th day of the year. So this song that was released, dedicated to Blind 11 with predictive programming, was released on the 330th day of the year that we got 33, ladies and gentlemen. Isn't that crazy? Hey, Zulu One, what's up? Good to see you, homie. Here in New York, it was such a beautiful day with the hurricane off the coast. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, so that's wild, right? So then I typically like to look into the mirror date. So there were 35 days left remaining in the year. The mirror date of the 330th day of the year, it was a day in February. I should have pulled it up. I forgot what it was, but the CV-19 was already declared a national emergency on the mirror date of this. So CV was spreading like crazy because I looked up what happened in February in 2020, and of course they were all gearing up and gearing up for the Kobe ritual and all that. So this is just crazy. All this was linked to this date here. So we'll go ahead and take a look at the lyrics real quick. Where were you when the world stopped turning? Let's see. Where were you when the world stopped turning? That September day. See, all of this is just designed to pluck at your heartstrings, right? Just designed to make you feel some type of way. Designed to either make you feel bad, sad, happy, or whatever emotion that they can make you feel on demand. They feel that they have some sort of victory. Because when you're overly emotional, then at that point you lack logic. You're unable to question your reality when you're so, caught up in whatever is going on. Hey, Grady, good to see you. What's going on? It's been a while. Hey, Axiom Descent. Hey, y'all. Thank y'all so much for stopping by. Appreciate y'all. So, where were you? No, were you in the yard with your wife and children or working on some stage in LA? Now, of course, I would typically just play the song, but then I don't want to have a copyright takedown. So we just go through the lyrics real quick. So, did you stand there in shock at the sight of the black smoke rising against that blue sky? Did you shout out in anger, in fear for your neighbor? Or did you just sit down and cry? Like, all is just so emotional. All these hard emotions, just back and forth, right? Did you weep for the children? They lost their loved ones. Pray for the ones who don't know. Did you rejoice for the people who walked from the rubble and sob for the ones left below? And did you burst out with pride for the red, white, and blue? Ugh. And the heroes who died doing just what they do? Did you look up to heaven for some kind of answer? And look at yourself and what really matters. I'm just a singer of simple songs. I'm not a real political man. I watch CNN, but I'm not sure I can. Ugh. I watch CNN, of all crappy news network. Of all things, I watch CNN, but I'm not sure I can tell you the difference in Iraq and Iran. So it's interesting that this was mentioned in this song. So this song was released a few weeks after all of this. So after, they've been pounding this narrative in, pounding, and then it just releases in this song. So this dude actually won his first Grammy for best music, country music song for this trash. But I know Jesus and I talk to God, and I remember this from when I was young. Faith, hope, and love are some good things he gave us, and the greatest is love. So of course, I'm going to show y'all what's interesting about this right here. Now, you can go back to this Wikipedia article about this song. Look up under here under composition. This is talking about, of course, the song being composed or the song being written. This article literally tells you what this stuff is about. The verses focuses on others' reaction in the form of questions. One verse asks, "Did you lay down at night and think of tomorrow? Go out and buy you a gun. Did you turn off that violent old movie you're watching and turn on I Love Lucy?" Of all things, I Love Lucy. I love Lucifer, in other words. Did you watch I Love Lucy reruns? In between, he asked about the locations of people when tragedy played out. Were you in the yard with your wife and children or working on some stage in LA? In the chorus, Jackson tries to sum up his own feelings first by calling himself merely a singer of simple songs and not a real political man. And this is like truly inverted because this song is totally about politics and predictive programming. So what's crazy about this, he spins a very interesting verse in the Bible. And finally, by paraphrasing the biblical New Testament's first letter of Paul to the Corinthians, chapter 13, verse 13, faith, hope, and love are some good things he gave us, and the greatest is love. And of course, they use a translation that's not the KJV because the KJV refers to charity is the greatest that Christ brought us. Charity. So I thought this was very interesting because in our previous live stream here, I had pointed out a few numerological synchronicities with the number 13 when it comes to blind 11. Now, for whatever reason, my screen is frozen here. Can y'all still hear me? Why my screen froze? I can't even move it. Hang on. There it goes. Oh, I don't know how my screen just froze like that. Okay. So I thought that's wild, right? Of everything they could be discussing in this song, they choose 13 and 13, right? Number of rebellion. That's crazy how my screen just froze right there. Now we got yeah, facts. Can't just use one verse, need the whole context. Absolutely. Yep, absolutely. So apart from this, so this song was released on the 330th day of the year. We got 33 right there. Chapter 13:13 in First Corinthians, which they use a translation outside of the KJV, and we know about the other translations. I mean, KJV is the word of God. Now, clearly, they spent a verse from another version. So let's see. These are the dates right here I discussed in the live stream last night. I think I still left these tabs up. 1313 back and forth. The Queen of England died on September 8th, 2022. I quoted the date from Blind 11 2001, 7,667 days. 13 and 13 forwards and backwards right here. Number of rebellion forwards and backwards. Now I kind of go into this in the stream last night. I don't want to drag y'all all through it again. I was going to be here real short. But there's something I wanted to show y'all in particular. Crap. Look, I restarted my computer before I went live. I'm going to stop my screen share real quick. I'm about to pull something up real quick. Y'all give me a second. I'm going to find this for y'all real quick. Hopefully I didn't take too long because Google Earth will reset if you take too long. So I'm about to hurry up real quick. Hey, no pearls before swine. Haven't seen you in a while. How you doing, sweetheart? Hey, good to see you. Yeah, so y'all give me just a quick moment. You know what? I don't even have to log into all of this. Hang on. Stand by. Okay. Boom. Boom. We're going to talk about the site of Ground Zero real quick. We just going to point out a couple things. I'm going to pull up a couple pictures. Okay. Here we go. All right. This is what I need now. Hey, Indy. Hey, sweetheart. Good to see y'all. Thanks for coming by again. Appreciate y'all. All right. There we go. I got these pictures pulled up now. I wanted to show y'all this real quick. I wanted to show y'all Ground Zero, right? What they're calling Ground Zero. This site right here. Now where we have the One World Freedom Tower, which just so happens to look like a giant syringe. We have the portal pools here, which are 33 feet deep. Thanks, TMF. Good looking on that, homie. So he wants some expansion on that. We played a video clip in the live stream last night. So if you missed the live stream from last night, you got to watch it. So we're not going to go back through all that again. But if we just take this image in right here with these 3 squares of Saturn, 1, 2 tree from the building right here that looks like a syringe, check this out. It just so happens to look exactly like the Giza pyramids, right? Isn't that crazy? Always love when I catch you live on Cool. I appreciate you, Indy. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Oh, they sure will, Grady. They sure will. They're going to get theirs for sure. Yep. So the memorial site, aka Ground Zero, where the One World Freedom Tower and the 2 pools that are 33 feet deep are lined up exactly like the Giza pyramids are. Isn't that freaking crazy? So I was just curious, like, okay, now they couldn't have just done this for no reason, right? There's gotta be a reason as to why they did this. So I took it a little step further. I'm gonna pull up this link here real quick. Hopefully it didn't reset. Please didn't. Yes, it's still here because it took me forever to get this up. I haven't used Google Earth in so long, y'all. You know what I did? I went into Google Earth. You know, it's a globe allegedly. Allegedly. Now, I went into Google Earth. When was the last time y'all seen Google Earth? I mean, now, went to Ground Zero here. You know, blah, here go Ground Zero. We got the South Pool and the North Pool, 33 feet deep each. Now, I measured the distance between Ground Zero and the Giza pyramids. Like, I was curious. Like, there's gotta be a reason why they lined up like this. Like, it's crazy, y'all. Like, so I just drew that long yellow line across. So at the very most northern tip of the Giza pyramid, I measured it in miles, is 5,616.69 miles. Now, if you add up all these numbers, guess what it is, guys? 5 plus 6 plus 1 plus 6 plus 6 plus 9 is, just take a wild guess. It is 33. Of all numbers. So the distance between Ground Zero and the northernmost tip of the Giza pyramid in miles is 33. You got it, no pearls. You got it. It's like, what the of all numbers, right? You can't make this stuff up. You just can't make this stuff up, man. You can't. That's too much math for me. And trust me, I pulled out a calculator. 5 plus 6 plus 1 plus 6 plus 6 plus 9 equals 33. Now, I am quite sure there's other measurements we can pull out on this. Like, I was just trying to hop on and do this live real quick before my daughter got home. I don't know what time my daughter's getting home today, so I wanted to get this out of the way. But I'm quite sure we can find some other things with these measurements uh Ground Zero, because this stuff is happening on a spiritual level, and this monument is laid out exactly how the Giza pyramids are, because I mean, this is like fallen angel stuff here, resurrecting the old gods. These rituals are intending to resurrect the old gods to try to fight against Christ and his army. I mean, that's just what I'm thinking is what's happening here. This is Lucifer showing that he is God of this world, of the fleshly fallen world that's trapped in time, Chronos. So there's that. Always 9:11 when I check the time. I see 1:11 every. Ain't that crazy? Hey Mick, how you doing? I love finding crazy things like this. I know, isn't it crazy? It kind of blew my mind. Like, I totally, I can't even say that. Like, when I'm looking at this stuff, it kind of surprises me, but simultaneously it kind of doesn't, because it's like, that's what these pricks do. That's what they do. They love it. They love their numbers. And they have this sick building, this one world tower. Look It looks like a freaking syringe. They erected a syringe after they knocked these two down in the third one, WTC7. I have to just think that's freaking crazy. I just had to point that out. We are so used to it by now. Facts. Facts. Definitely happening on a spiritual level. So, what are the odds of the number of miles of the distance between ground zero and the Giza pyramids equaling 33? I'm just saying that's wild, right? And let me see. What about the plane that allegedly hit the Pentagon, right? The plane that allegedly hit the Pentagon hit at 10:30 a.m., right? Just look at that number. 10:30 a.m. When you think about that, 10:30 a.m., 1 plus 3, that's 13. That's the number of rebellion again. Allegedly. Now, we can discuss the physicality of all of this, like the impossibility of 2 planes allegedly making 3 buildings fall. So people have done that already, but we have to focus on the spiritual aspect, the fact that this was a freaking ritual for sure. Unfortunately, people did lose their lives. And all for a ritual to Satan, all for a blood sacrifice to bring in whatever this syringe is going to lead up to. Totally sick. Like, sick. a corn hit the pentagram. Build back better. 666. What the heck is wrong with y'all? Yeah, so I just want to hop on here and show y'all this stuff. I think that was all I had queued up. So I looked into the dates already on the previous live stream. I'm not going to go through all of that, but that's crazy. That song released on the 330th day of the year. That's 33. 33's all over this stuff, y'all. All over it. Like, at this point, you just can't deny it. At this point, what else can you say? Every year they open them all there. I appreciate that, Grady. Thank you. Yeah, so this was just going to be a short live. I'm not going to sit up here for long, but what y'all think about that? Isn't that crazy? I don't know. I had never thought about measuring the distance because once I looked at that picture and I'm like, there's got to be a connection. There's got to be a reason why. And of course, the northernmost tip of the pyramid gets you to the 0.69, and that's what gets you to the 33. And I'm like, man, crazy. I'm filled with love, y'all. Same. Thanks, Miss Maskless. I appreciate y'all, man. I just love y'all so much. I appreciate it. So I usually would be working right now, but with being laid off and everything, here we are. So we gonna get it in. Just learned yesterday that 32 stands for the Scottish Rite and is everywhere as well. Yeah, that's exactly what this is. In 33, the 33rd degree in Scottish Rite Freemasonry is actually an honorary degree. So, you got to be bloodline to be fully enlightened, to have the whole truth, Yep, they really are trying to build in their own image, not of God and saying it is. Yep, it is. So I want to go ahead and keep this short so people would be able to come back and watch this. So I'm not going to stay up here and chat, but yeah. Other than that, guys, thank y'all so much for watching. I really appreciate all of you for taking time out of your day to just pop in on this impromptu live stream. So thank y'all so much for supporting the channel. Thank y'all for hitting the like button or sharing or whatever, blah, 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 whatever you do, whatever you feel led to do. That's awesome. So I appreciate y'all for being here. So other than that, Jesus Christ is the only way to the Father. So believe the gospel and be saved. So, yeah, where the paranoia is most certainly uncool. God bless you all. I am out of here. Just a short, quick one. All right, y'all. Later.